He suspected that Yue was dreaming of a free assist. When the crowd heard that, they couldn't believe that Yue was a beast tamer. That class's growth rate in all attributes is low and hard to develop. They also judged his equipment. Seeing that it wasn't too special, they assumed that he was broke and was just there to waste the guild's money. They suggested to Jun not to allow him to go in case he held them back and wasted the guild's resources. Yen got mad and asked if any of them really knew who he was, but Yue just simply replied that it was Jun's call since he was in charge. Yen was pissed off. She clung onto Yue and announced that if Yue was not going, she wouldn't either. Jun panicked. He asked Yen to calm down and reasoned that he was just trying to think of Yue's safety since he could die in battle if he was too weak. He agreed to let him join if that was what Yen wanted, but Yue was only allowed to watch and that he must prepare his own resurrection scroll. Jun dragged Yen since they were waiting for her to control the zombie king. They already had dealt with so much damage. Yen asked Yue to wait for her, and she promised to come back soon. Yue knew that it would take quite a bit of effort with Jinny joining in on top of their numbers. Taking down the level 15 boss monster should only be a matter of time. He saw it as perfect timing. He decided to take a look at the strength of the guild, ranked 5th on the provincial leaderboard. Back to the present time, someone recognized Zhang Yue. They were surprised at how much damage he made. Yao asked if he joined the Misty Rain Guild. Yue butted in the conversation and stated that Yue had rejected Yao when he invited him first to the Supreme Guild, and yet Yue joined Misty Rain to act as their dog. Yao told him that he was so despicable. A purple light formed a circle and it struck Yue. Yen sighed while stating that it finally became quiet. Yao called Yue to ask how much Misty Rain was paying him. He proposed to double or maybe triple that amount in an instant. He also promised to give him a vice president position and that he could be the guild CEO. Yen got angry at Yao for trying to steal Yue right in front of their eyes. Yue replied, stating that a person has to honor their promises and maintain trust. Since he already joined the Misty Rain, he didn't plan on abandoning his current contract. But he also stated that he didn't know the future, so they'd just have to see when the time comes. Yao was satisfied with that response. He told Yue that he was free to join the Supreme Guild anytime he wanted since their doors are always open for him. Yao gathered his guild members because they were about to go. The guild members were confused. They reported to Yao that the boss monster was almost in their hands. They asked if they would really leave it. Yao got mad and yelled at them for being hung up on that. He asked them if they were that desperate. He explained that he was looking at the big picture and his members couldn't see that. Yue and Yen watched as Yao walked away. Yen thanked Yue and Yue responded that it was simply the right action to take. All of a sudden, they heard a loud roar followed by an attack. The monster had a large weapon. And this monster was gigantic and menacing, suitable for its name, Zombie King of Demise. Yue grinned and told the monster, "Let's dance, fucker." Yao used a super fireball and hit the Zombie King in the gut. Everyone dropped their jaws from the shock. They didn't expect him to be that strong. He called Yen, aka 40,000, and told her to do it one more time. Yen agreed and she used her crowd control to immobilize the Zombie King. Yue gathered his power on the tip of his staff. Then he released a super flaming missile that burnt the Zombie King alive. And that was the end of it. Its body dropped to the floor. The system window appeared and congratulated him for defeating the level 15 2-star boss, the Zombie King of Demise. He gained 7,080 experience points, performance points plus 9%, and last hit 80%. He also received ability points of 1,500 W. Everyone was impressed. They wondered where he came from. Even if the monster was on the verge of death, it was still a boss. That's why many of them couldn't believe that he had defeated it by himself. Not only that, they also noticed how Yue got the entire Supreme Guild to retreat. Even the young master of the Lu family was respectful towards him. Yen approached Yue and thanked him. Had it not been for him, the Zombie King may have been stolen by the Supreme Guild. Yue replied that it was also his duty as a member of the Misty Rain Guild. Everyone beamed with smiles as they realized that Yue is a big shot at Nodding City. Yen clung to Yue as they walked. The members of the guild followed behind them. Jun angrily asked why they were all back. Then he asked if they had defeated the boss. One of the guild members reported that the monster tamer who came with the young miss chased the supreme guild away and even took the boss down. Jun was surprised to hear that. He thought of the guy as a useless monster tamer, so he had to verify if he was really that strong. The guild member replied that the monster tamer was extremely powerful to the point that he can one-shot anyone with a normal attack. With such an expert, the guild member believed that their guild would become stronger. Jun shouted and cursed at the monster tamer. He asked him if he was doing it on purpose and if he only planned to take action after everyone was dead. He stabbed Yue on the chest using his finger and scolded him, saying that whoever Yue is, he should know that Jun is the president and the one who has the authority to kick him out of the guild if he ignores the guild's orders and acts recklessly. Yue grabbed his finger and bent it. And Yue reminded Jun that he was the one who ordered him not to do anything. Jun made a fuss that Yue dared to lay a hand on the president. Yue ignored him and told him that the guild mission that he assigned was to kill the boss. Yue challenged him to tell him if he had completed that mission. Yen joined the conversation and told Jun that without Yue, they wouldn't have been able to get the boss and would have been wiped out. And this time it's all thanks to Yue and he deserves his contributions to be recorded. Everyone showed their agreement by nodding their heads. Yen invited Yue to continue their quest. Jun was left furious. He assigned a member to keep an eye on Yue at all times, and if they discover his weakness, they should report back immediately. The whole area was covered in violet mist. Yen complained that it stinks. Yue explained that hypertoxic zombies are much harder to deal with than both fire and frost zombies. He advised her to keep her guard up. She asked if the zombie deals a lot of damage. Yen explained that while hypertoxic zombies do not have fire or ice attributes, they have an extremely terrifying skill. The hypertoxic zombie has a hypertoxic physique that causes those they attack or those that attack them to enter a poisoned state that cannot be cleansed for 5 seconds. Every second, the target loses 6% of their maximum health. It can only be inflicted once per target. Yen was worried. Yue assured her that it won't be a problem if she heals in time. Yen remembered something. She gave him the mission reward for completing the guild mission. Yue thanked her for that. Yen cast her skill and it immobilized a zombie and she cued Yue to do his job. Yue attacked it with a triple cast, causing a lot of damage to the zombie. Yen couldn't help but notice that his damage was really high.